Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. What another wonderful day we're having here, and I decided to take this video outside today to talk about the new Tesla update 2020.24.6.1. There were 7 features released in this update, and 5 of those I believe are worth talking about. So without further ado, let's jump right in and talk about the 5 most important things in the new update. All right, first and foremost, we have a new update to the stoplight and stop sign feature, which now allows the car to proceed through the intersection without having to engage the stalk or the accelerator. You have to make sure that you have a lead car in front of you. Now, it doesn't designate how far that lead car needs to be in front of you, but the car has to recognize another car in front of you, and autopilot has to recognize that you are not in a turn lane in order for this feature to work. So we definitely put that to the test, and we're going to check that out later here in the video. But those are 2 things that you have to have in order for this new feature to work. And the second thing I think is worth talking about is the new improvements to the backup camera. You are now able to activate your side repeater cameras to use while you are backing up to give you a more visual representation of what's going on around the vehicle, which is very cool. And the third thing I want to talk about are the new improvements to the dash cam, specifically as it relates to Sentry mode. When there was an event that occurred in Sentry mode, you had to try and scrub the video to find out exactly what happened. As you all know, if you are a Tesla owner or if you've been watching this channel or any other channel, you know that there was never really a good way to identify when an event occurred in Sentry mode, and you had to sort of figure out what happened and where it happened. So the new update provides a red dot on the timeline to indicate where the event actually occurred so that you can skip right to it, see exactly what happened, and then go about your day. So another huge improvement to Sentry mode, and it's just awesome to see that these features continue to get better and better. And the next update that I think is worthy of talking about is a new walk-away door lock feature. And I know that this has frustrated a lot of people. So now you have the availability to set a preference in the settings menu to allow the car not to lock while you are parked at home. I can't tell you how many times that I've wanted to go back into the car. I didn't have my phone on me or didn't have my key card on me, and I couldn't get into the car. And then I had to go back into the house to grab my phone, come back out, and get into the car. So this feature is long awaited, and I'm so happy to see that Tesla has finally updated this. So now you actually can set a preference to not lock your car on walkaway while at home. And you have to make sure that you do have your home set within a menu in order for this to work. And then the last feature that I think is worthy of talking about in this update is the new cabin camera. Now, I know many people have been wanting to know, when is this going to be activated? What is it going to be used for? Can we use it to see people in the car, etc.? So Tesla has finally, in my opinion, launched the first phase of what this camera will be used for. And it will be used for when an incident occurs. They want to be able to take a snapshot of video of inside the cabin right before an event occurs. So you can actually capture that moment in time. For example, when a driver was driving on the expressway and ran into an overturned box truck, I'll call it, and nobody knows really what happened. Yes, they can tell whether or not autopilot was engaged, but what they can't identify is what the driver was doing behind the wheel at that specific moment. So with this new feature, they're going to be able to do that, but you have to allow them to be able to do this. And I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and activate this feature or not, but it is there for you if you so choose to. Now, I think that there are some really good things that will come out of this feature, but as of right now, I just don't know if I want Tesla to have access to my cabin via video. I did not go and read the release notes as far as their privacy statements are concerned, so that might be something you want to do before you activate this camera within the cabin. I still don't have mine activated, but I do think that there are some really, really good things that will come out of this. So without further ado, let's jump into the Model 3. We're going to test the stoplight and stop sign feature to see if we have any improvements. Let's go. All right, so we are gonna test a new update for stoplight and stop sign and see if it's any better than the previous version of software. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it into traffic aware cruise control. Recognizes the stop sign right away. And that was absolutely horrible. All right, let's give it another try here. Wow, that was some stopping for traffic. What's going to happen here? What was that sign? I never saw that before. Hold on, stopping for traffic control in 50 feet. Nothing here. Why did it do that?
600 feet, 500 feet.
Yep, so that's the stop sign. So that's good, but it recognized something else. I don't know what sign that was. I didn't get a quick enough look at it. All right, so let's see how it manages this stop sign. That was about perfect. Now let's see how it goes through the intersection. Bad, bad. That was bad. All right, so at the end, it got a little bit better there, but that was bad. It didn't quite know what to do. And it does say specifically in the release notes that it just doesn't maneuver through intersections that well, but we're still going to try it just to see how well it does. And it doesn't appear to be any better than the previous version, so hopefully Tesla will continue to work on that and make it better. All right, so another stop sign here, 200 foot. See how well it takes this. Bad. I mean, it's stopping better. Like, it used to stop about 10 feet in front of the stop sign, so at least it's a little better here. But it's so abrupt. I don't know why it takes so long for the car to start to slow down. It already knows how far away it is. It should start to slow down way back, not so abruptly. All right, let's go. Can't even talk today. Uh-oh, let's see if it recognizes the ducks.
Oh, gosh.
I gotta stop.
Gosh.
Oh, okay, duckies. Mama and her duckies.
It's ducklings.
How many are there?
Cute. Count them, hurry up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
9, 10.
Where are they going?
In the sewer. Maybe that's their little home. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. No, they're not. They're just going up in the grass.
How cute.
Did they see
The
that?
Tesla was not going to stop for those, Char. We would have been in big trouble.
That was really cute.
That was super cute. Report that to Elon.
What's Elon, Daddy?
Elon Musk.
The test where a car's driving it doesn't stop.
Yeah, say, hey, Elon, we need to have duck patrol in here and make sure that the car's stopping for all ducks. All right, 600 foot, next stop sign. And 2, you guys see I'm only doing 23 miles an hour, so could you imagine if I was doing 40 and it had to come to a stop?
Slamming on its brakes.
It'd be slamming on the brakes. Now that one was better. Oops, let's turn our turn signal on. Let's go ahead and proceed through. Let's see how bad this is. So far, so bad. So slow. But that was better. That was better than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really slow. Now, why didn't it recognize that sign?
Here, Mom.
All right, now one more stop sign here. See, it should have slowed down way back there. That's still pretty abrupt to me. And it stopped right where it should, but it's just not slowing down soon enough. I think once they get that figured out, I think it'll be really smooth. All right, so we're going to do some stoplights here in just a moment to see if it got any better through an intersection. Then we'll test to see the new feature, which is not having to use the stalk or the accelerator to go through an intersection on a green light. It's supposed to do it automatically as long as there's a lead vehicle in front of you and the car doesn't recognize you in a turn lane. So we'll have to see how that works.
That's all I had to say. Baby duckling is right here.
All right, so recognize the stoplight. Recognize the stoplight is red,
Mommy,
stopping
don't
for
talk.
traffic.
Daddy and Mommy don't.
All right, we got our okay. There, it's green. I'm going to go ahead and hit the accelerator to proceed. It's almost like a roller coaster, just a little slower.
Yeah.
A lot slower?
So on the back half of that, it worked really well. On the initial takeoff, it was a little cumbersome, didn't know what to do. Then once it got through that little bit of hesitation, it worked perfectly fine. So I really can't say that it's improved any, to be honest. I think it's acting pretty much the same since the inception or since Tesla launched this feature a couple updates ago. Okay, it did recognize the yellow and then it turned red, so that's cool. Let's see how it makes it through the intersection though.
Now, will it, once it turns green, will it know to go?
No, you have to either hit the stalk or the accelerator. Only when you're driving and it recognizes it as a green light is it supposed to proceed without any interaction. As long as you have it in traffic aware cruise control or navigate. Oh no, it actually did. It actually did. I didn't do anything. You are 100% correct.
Whoa.
That was bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was bad. Oh my gosh. We probably look like a bunch of fools. That was horrible. Oh my gosh. But that was awesome. You hit it right on the nose. It recognized that the light was green and automatically started to proceed. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't touch the stalk. I didn't touch the accelerator. As soon as it turned green, boom, car went. Well, sort of. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
It doesn't take corners very well.
No. If we were going straight, it would have worked perfectly. I don't know what happened. All right, light's green. We have a yellow turn arrow, and you can see, cool, it identified it there. I'm going to go ahead and hit the stalk to go. Oh, now we have a yellow light, a red light. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Is it going to proceed? Yes, it is. Wow. That was pretty bad though, but was cool because it recognized we were in a turn lane. The two main lights were red. The turn arrow was yellow, a flashing yellow, and the car went through and the green line indicated that, yeah, the car's okay to proceed. Huh. Learn something new every day. But I was shocked to see that it knew that we were in a turn lane. Let's see what happens here. It's like not slowing down enough for me.
Did you break it?
I did not. I'm ready to, but it feels I feel a little insecure right now with it. Like, and I usually don't. Now see, it didn't. Now it finally does. Okay. Man, it is very abrupt in its takeoff and its braking, like extremely. All right, so let's see if we can get to a light where we're actually have a lead car in front of us so that we don't have to use the stalk or the accelerator to go through the intersection and see how well that works. All right, it has. Let's see what happens here. There was a lead car. And, yep, bingo. Everything was green, indicating it was safe to go through the intersection or proceed through the intersection based on that car in front of me and the car identifying that I'm not in a turn lane. So that worked really well. I didn't engage the accelerator or the stalk. It just went through. Not to say that I wasn't nervous and didn't have my foot over the brake just in case, but what's my following distance? It was at 2. It feels like it's a lot closer than 2. So I just increased that to 3. Well, that's a lot less than 3 car lengths, I'll tell you that. All right, I can see that the light is yellow. So let's see what happens. Yep, it recognized it, but the car slows down. I wish it was slowing down a little sooner than that. Because it's really having to hit the brakes to stop. You would never use this, would you? Just so you know, she's shaking her head. No. Not a chance in the world, right?
No.
Why?
Because you're having a heart attack. I would definitely have a heart attack. I'm not even
Well,
watching.
I mean, we got Charlie in here. I'm just trying to be safe. But yeah, it's It is. It's quirky. There's no doubt about it. It's quirky, and you know, sometimes that quirkiness can get you in trouble. You know, if you have somebody tailgating you and the car all of a sudden stops, or you know, the car in front of you stops abruptly, it is a little nerve-wracking, I guess. So I wish it was a little more gradual in its acceleration and its braking. I think that would make me feel a little bit better. And if it was keeping the distance like it should, that would also make me feel better. All right, recognize the next stoplight. It is green right now. I do have a lead car. It's slowing down. Okay, now it's starting to pick back up. Everything is green. There you go. No interaction. But you saw there for a minute, it started to slow down just a little bit. And here again, it's not slowing down enough for me soon enough. Okay, and automatically started picking up with traffic. You can see now the green line and the green lights, allowing us to proceed through the intersection here. Traffic is a little heavy. There you go, sweetheart. Cool you off a little bit. All right, we have another light here. Did recognize it. It is currently green from my vision here. Not quite yet on the screen. Traffic is slowing down. You can see off here in the distance, you can see that green line. The light is still green, so it does recognize it. And the car is accelerating by itself. All right, yellow and then red. Boom. So that's really cool. You could see it really does. It's amazing that this car can recognize the instant change in that light and then make the vehicle adjust to that change that quickly. That's amazing. Are you recording me? Are you recording me recording?
No.
What are you laughing at?
You.
Why? I mean, it is. That is like less than a millisecond. What's less than a millisecond? Don't say half a millisecond. All right, light turned green. I didn't do anything. Boom, car recognized it. Off we go. So there you have it. That is the new update to the stoplight and stop sign feature. You can see it's quirky. It works well in some instances. Some it does not. I guess as we continue to use it, it is sending all that data back to the mothership so they can enhance this feature. And hopefully in the next couple revisions, we'll see some of those quirky things removed, and then having this feature actually really work well in a real world environment. Enjoy, folks. We'll catch you on the next one.